Good day, it's March 23rd, 2022. This is To My Liberal Friends, and I'm John Haddo. I want to start out by saying that I am a moderately conservative person. By that I mean I'm not really up on all the social issues. Most of my work was done in economics and tax issues, healthcare issues, so I didn't get really involved in things like the abortion and other issues like that are social issues. But I am firmly entrenched as a limited government conservative. I believe government should be supportive of the people. That being said, I think if you've listened to any of my broadcasts or podcasts, you know that I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump, our former president. Now, Donald Trump has gone around the country continuing to claim that somehow the election was stolen from him. And I have said over and over that it's simply not true. In 2016, Hillary Clinton lost an election more than Donald Trump won. He was as surprised that he won as she was that she lost. But people voted against her. But after 4 years of Trump berating everybody he could, spending his life on Twitter, firing people in the administration simply for having the audacity to suggest he might not have the answers to every question, he ran against Joe Biden and he lost. And make no mistake, he lost that election more than Biden won. People voted against Donald Trump. And so here we are, already over a year removed, well over a year removed from the last presidential election, and Donald Trump continues to go around the country telling everybody that he really won the election. And he went so far as to say that people should, other politicians should say that the election was invalid, install him as the president, and then hold a special election. Well, that's simply not going to happen. It violates every constitutional principle that we have. Now, in order to get Donald Trump's support, you have to buy into his lunacy. And one of the people that initially sort of looked like he was buying in was Mo Brooks, congressman from Alabama, who is running for the Senate to replace Senator Richard Shelby. Well, just this week, Trump withdrew his endorsement of Mo Brooks simply because Brooks would not go as far as Trump wanted him to do and declare the election invalid and, as I said, install Trump as president. And so, even though Brooks had supported Trump, said that there were some problems with the election, he's not going to get up and say we're going to overturn the election. Brooks said, as a lawyer, I look at January 6th, when the Electoral College voted, as the verdict on that election. It's done, it's over. But let's see how some of Trump's candidates are doing around the country. We all know that Governor Kemp in Georgia refused to overturn the election, no matter how much Donald Trump bellyached and screamed and yelled. It's my contention, had Trump kept his mouth shut, accepted the results of the election, those 2 Senate seats in Georgia would still be Republican seats. But he gave the Democrats a rallying cry to motivate them to come out and defeat Republican candidates. And so what's going on? He got former Senator David Perdue to challenge Brian Kemp in a primary, and Perdue's getting thumped. He's getting thumped badly. Then you go over to North Carolina. Once again, Trump endorses somebody over there to run, and he's getting thumped by former Governor Pat McCrory. He's leading against Representative Ted Budd, who has the backing of Trump. Now, the bottom line is all of these candidates have to walk a fine line. They can't come out and just blast Donald Trump. They have to, because they need their votes when we come to a general election. And that's the problem I have with what Trump is doing. He forgets Ronald Reagan's 13th commandment. Speak no evil of fellow Republicans. But in Trump's words, that means speak no evil of Donald Trump and do everything he asks you to do. And it's simply not possible. It's time for Donald Trump to realize he had his moment in the sun. He served as president for 4 years. He was lucky to win that election. It was the anger toward Hillary Clinton that let him win, just as it was the anger toward Trump that let Biden win. Step aside. Let's get some good candidates out there to run, and quit going around the country endorsing one candidate over another in primaries, trying to split the party in half. So I'd say, Mr. Trump, please, please quit trying to divide the Republican Party. Let the Democrats divide themselves, but let's all get united behind our candidates and support them. This has been To My Liberal Friends. Thanks for listening.